we're going away from Cambridge and right to Vladivostok and maybe Sydney, because our next speakers who are going to talk about the virtual dialogue simulator are actually working in the Far Eastern Federal University in Russia, which is in Vladivostok. I'm happy to introduce our next speakers, Juliia Khukalenko, Research Fellow at the Center of National Technology Initiative and Associate Professor at Far Eastern Federal University, and Vera Iushina, Specialist at the Center of National Technology Initiative and Learning Designer at Western Sydney University. Juliia, Vera, welcome to the Tech Talks.
Dear colleagues, dear students and friends, my name is Juliia Khukalenko, as you already know. I am a research fellow at the Center of National Technology Initiative and a lecturer at the Far Eastern Federal University. I'm not alone today. Vera, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everyone again. My name is Vera, and I'm a specialist at the National Technology Initiative Center, but I perform the role of an instructional designer in our team.
Well, we are happy to be invited to this amazing conference, and we are honored to introduce our virtual child, our application for learning languages, which is called VARVARA. If you spell it, you will understand why VARVARA. But let's go step by step, and let me start sharing my screen. I'll shortly explain to you what NTI Center is, who or what VARVARA is, why we're doing this, how we're doing this, etc. What we do is we develop VR, AR technologies, and we integrate them into education, medicine, and business. And I am responsible for the educational branch. That is why you see children here. We are developing a unique educational platform that includes VR applications for chemistry, physics, ECL, biology, maths, and history. Besides, we work with industrial partners, and there are 22 educational products on our platform. Now, why we do it? Our mission is to make high-quality education accessible and affordable for every student in Russia. We strive to make education enjoyable. You probably know how much kids like VR. And if I have time, I'll talk to you about my experience working with kids. But today we will focus on our favorite product, and let us show a short video so that you could have an idea of what students see when they put on the VR headset. So can you please show the video?
Thanks, Julia. I hope you all enjoyed our promo. So now let me tell you a backstory of how we came to developing virtual reality for language learning. So Julia and I are both EFL teachers and educational technology enthusiasts. And as you know, the biggest challenge of the EFL community is that we teach the skills outside of the environment where they would be applied. And this challenge brought us to realization that digital technology and online learning is very important. And we did that long before COVID-19 was in the picture. So when we received this amazing opportunity to work for the Center of National Technology Initiative, we pretty much laid on the table all the problems that we experienced as teachers and said, we need to do something about it. We needed a solution that teachers would be able to use even in large classrooms to provide every student with equal and sufficient opportunities to practice their speaking skills. At this, the solution would have to be scalable. Schools would need to be able to afford it. You know that the cost of private education, language education today are very high, so we strive to make general education more competitive. And this solution would also have to comply with the federal educational standards to ensure quality. Our aspirations lied in the gamification that virtual reality could offer that would promote effort, motivation, and engagement of the students, as well as enhance the way we are able to practice language skills in the classroom. And I must say that developing a complex solution like that wasn't easy. We had a lot of ups and downs in the process, and there's still a lot of room for improvement. But it is all worth it
While we are trying to get our speakers back, I would like to welcome your comments and reactions to what you saw in the video and your response to the virtual reality simulators in language learning. I think that would be really, we won't have so much time for questions and answer session at the end. So that's why I would like to invite you to comment on there. I believe that VARVARA, and this is the reason why we invited our colleagues from the Far East and Federal University, is that VARVARA is actually the first technological solution of that kind in Russia. I think we're back on live. I'm sorry, Vera, we lost you for a while, so right now you can continue. I'm sorry.
Our methods are based on communication and situatedness. And VARVARA enhances classroom practices in a way that it brings this real-life component and adds it to the formal learning, and then brings the student back into the classroom with potentially a new perspective on how the skills and knowledge can be applied. Gym, a fast food restaurant, a gallery, a hotel, and a clothes store. And you can see number 2 near restaurant and hotel. That means that our students can act as 2 different characters in these locations. They can be either an administrator or a cashier, or they can be a customer. And teachers are able to customize the prompts inside of the environment to suit the needs of their students. And they are also able to easily program our virtual reality assistant, VARVARA itself, to give instructions and feedback to the students so that it helps them progress and learn better. The platform also has a reporting dashboard. In this reporting dashboard, the teacher is able to access a very useful set of statistics. The teachers can track the performance of their students individually or as a group, and they are also able to see where the students are falling behind so that they can adapt their teaching methods to help them progress. As I said in the very beginning, we are still improving. As of now, we can already offer 12 virtual reality modules, 12 virtual reality simulations. We provide an instruction manual for teachers to know how to install and launch the equipment and the application. We provide supporting materials for teachers and learners to use during the lesson and when organizing the lessons. And very soon we will introduce an online course followed by the quality certification so that we can create a community of aspiring educators who want to create exciting and design exciting simulations and share them with others. As Julia already mentioned, we were part of the national testing program this year. Now we already have 261 students who started learning in VARVARA, and some feedback that we were able to obtain, you can see in the chart on the left side. This feedback will help us improve those vital components of our simulator that are very important for our end users, such as usability, graphics, and of course the pedagogical value. And this is the end of our presentation.
I apologize for a minor glitch that we had during your presentation, but I'm sure we had quite a good idea what the simulator is and the thinking behind it, the research behind it. We have now time for some quick or maybe not so quick questions, but still. Well, as you can, you know that the comments and questions are going on right now in the comment sections under this for this broadcast. So there are just reactions saying, "Great app. What levels could be trained at the moment?"
At the moment, we can train A1 and A2 level, but we are striving to make it as complex as suitable for B1 and B2 level. And I'm hoping that very soon we will be able to achieve that. But of course, it all depends on the creativity of whoever designs the simulations.
Right.
Go for gold.
No, we're probably not ready for C1 level because from that level, you are supposed to speak fluently, which the technology doesn't allow at the moment. But we believe that technology will be developed and we will be developing it. So who knows in the future?
Right, thank you. A quick one. Could you say why you have chosen the American English variant for the speakers of your solution?
It's a very tricky question, and I'll be honest with you. We're using simulated voices. So when we were choosing the voice, we were mainly basing our decisions on whichever sounds more comfortable for the students, and that happened to be the American accent.
Would you say that the simulated robotic voice of the app might have an effect on students' pronunciation, especially that of younger students who are very sensitive to accents?
Definitely can. And that's why we always monitor the market in terms of synthesized voices. And we're trying to source the new solutions as soon as possible. But also this technology keeps developing because people who complain about it aren't only coming from the EFL, ESL field. Anyone who uses that for accessibility purposes also notices that a simulated voice does not contribute so much to the emotional connection of the user with the content, and as well as it's very hard to follow whatever the voice says. That's why we were very careful when we were choosing our voices, so that they sound as natural as possible. But there are already some companies that are providing synthesized voices, and they sound very natural.
Mm-hmm. And may I add that actually this application is developed as a part of, as an instrument in the classroom. So the kids will always be hearing their teacher, they will be listening to each other, and only 5 minutes during the class, during the lesson, kids are not allowed to use it more. So only this 5 minutes, they will be listening to this voice. So I do not think that we will influence on them in that way.
Right, Juliia.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. This is an important comment that you've just made. Incidentally, among the conference participants, we have quite a few school teachers who are interested about whether it's already available for use and whether an average Russian school can afford at least one set for one group of students.
We are running the program, this federal program where any school, any teacher who already have VR headsets can test it for free, download it, and will have classes and lessons with this application. And also schools can buy it because we have 13 dialects at the moment. If it's affordable or not, everyone decides for themselves, but definitely they can try it for free and then buy it.
Sure. Well, and just to wrap this session of questions and answers up with a comment, it's great effort to bring the world into the classroom. Congratulations.